Welcome to the Literary Titan podcast. In every episode, we dive into a book we've just read and share our thoughts, from best-selling authors to rising literary stars. We read it. Now let's talk about it.
Altamara's Gift follows Lefty Altamara, a damaged but gifted southpaw whose childhood refuge is baseball and whose adulthood is scorched by Vietnam. The novel moves between the Diamond, the San Fernando Valley, the Battle of Hue, Delta Company Double Deuce, and the lives of soldiers like Doc Hood and Tran Binh Trong, building a war story that is also about memory, loyalty, shame, tenderness, and the brutal search for redemption. I was struck by how physical this book feels. Baseballs are not just baseballs. They have seams, age, smell, and a kind of private liturgy. War is not abstract either. It's noise, rot, sweat, panic, gallows humor, and the terrible discipline of doing what must be done when the soul is trying to flee the body. The prose can be blunt and profane, but it also has surprising pockets of lyricism, especially when it turns toward gardens, rivers, music, or the clean geometry of a thrown ball. I liked the novel's refusal to make bravery simple. Lefty is heroic but not polished. Hood is gentle but not weak. Even enemy soldiers are allowed fear, poetry, and longing. The book is capacious, sometimes sprawling, and that sprawl gives it the feeling of an oral history, told by someone who cannot separate the jokes from the corpses or the love stories from the firefights. I found that messy abundance moving, because trauma rarely arrives in neat chapters. One other thing I liked was the book's sense of texture, the way it lets ordinary objects carry emotional weight. A baseball glove, a scarred weapon, a garden, a Vespa, a letter from home. Even the smell of gun oil or tomato plants can suddenly become charged with memory. That attention to tactile detail makes the story feel authentic, and it gives the violent scenes a stronger contrast because the world outside the war still feels vivid, specific, and worth saving. This book is best suited for readers of Vietnam War historical fiction, military fiction, baseball fiction, literary war fiction, and stories about brotherhood, PTSD, and redemption. Fans of Tim O'Brien's The Things They Carried may appreciate the way this novel blends battlefield horror with memory, absurdity, and aching human detail, while readers of W.P. Kinsella may recognize the almost sacramental treatment of baseball. Altamara's Gift is a bruising, big-hearted novel about the men who come home from war carrying more than anyone can see.
Thanks for joining us on the Literary Titan podcast. If today's review sparked your interest, be sure to pick up a copy of the book and experience it for yourself. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a rating, or share it with a fellow book lover. Until next time, keep reading, not just to escape, but to grow.